also been a pleasure to be here because this is the first time in person I have met both Lucy, the choreographer, and Leslie, the engineer for the whole project. So if you have any questions after the show about the music, I'm happy to attempt to answer them. I'll be around, so I hope to see you.
And my name is Leslie Lamberson. So I actually am currently an associate professor of mechanical engineering and mechanics at Drexel University in Philadelphia. But I'm a former dancer of Lucy's for 2 seasons back when I was a postdoc at Johns Hopkins. So I knew Lucy was game for this experiment. And you can't do any experiment without students, so I won't give too much away, but I'd like them to introduce themselves because they really did the hard work here.
Hi, I'm Isabella, also a former dancer. I'm currently a senior in material science and engineering at Drexel University and will be pursuing my PhD under Dr. Lemons.
Hi, I'm Alexandria, also a former ballet dancer, and I'm a PhD candidate in material science and engineering at Drexel University, working on materials for electronic applications.
So if you're still in the dark,
I don't know what's going to happen, so I think it's actually, I'm looking at it more experimental. I'm completely out of my comfort zone. I've never done anything like this before.
So I reached out to Lucy, and I knew she was the perfect person to reach out to because she was always up for trying new things, very creative, always trying different ideas. And I called her out of the blue. It had been a few years since we had worked together, and I danced for her, and she was like, "This sounds really interesting." So I started to talk about how can we, utilize mechanics and movement, physics of movement, and use that as a tool for choreography or inspiration for dance.
so we're going to monitor the motion by attaching these accelerometers to the dancers. And what an accelerometer does is it measures your change in speed in your 3 different directions. You've got your X, Y, and Z.
Another thing we want to really do with this data is try to inspire the choreography and the dance by a different visual representation than we're used to seeing dance. So not just in the physical space of position, but also in acceleration. And one of the ways we hope to do this is by plotting different functions of the acceleration in different directions and forming actually these really interesting visuals called Lissajous figures.
I'm excited to see the sensors when we look at what the feedback is from having the sensors on the dancers in movement. Because all the feedback that I get when I choreograph is looking how the choreography looks on the dancers or how it looks in time with the music or feedback from the mirror. But I'm going to get to see what it looks like from these sensors in some sort of digital form. And I'm very curious to see how dancers doing the same movement look differently, digitally, sort of the individuality of the dancer.
We had this loose idea of working with pi and circles because all movement actually can be basically brought down to its essence as a function of circles and pi, the number 3.14 as it goes on.
So I was never, a science and math major like Dr. Lamberson. So I'm looking at it really from the art side. What I bring to the table is the motion and the choreography, and then using what they know about the feedback they're giving me to somehow influence how I go about my trade. And of course, I'm being influenced by the music that was written by Jordan Key. The theme is pi, as Leslie said, and circles.
And what I like about the idea of circles is even little kids can understand circles, the essence of a circle. And a circle has perfect symmetry, and I love that. And I think that's something that, dance is beautiful, science and mechanics and structures are beautiful, and I think we can merge these two.
It's art, so some people are going to see circles and pi, and other people may not see it at all. It's about planets, and some people might think it's about roses and people and light. you.